How's it going, everybody? My name is Dustin Coyle. You're tuned in to Intelligent Thoughts. This is the NBA Today for February 1st, 2019. We made it to February. I hope everybody's had a good year so far. Hope everybody's New Year's resolutions are panning out for them and everything. I know that mine didn't exist, so I guess it's going okay. Maybe I've made one more recently, and that one's going all right too. But yeah, I hope everybody had a great January, and I hope everybody has a nice, prosperous February as well. Again, like I said, this is Intelligent Thoughts. Please subscribe, rate, review on any podcasting, Apple Podcasts or Podcast Addict or whatever you use to listen to podcasts. I know yesterday I talked about having some social media that I was going to take care of, and I think today I'm going to be able to set that up. Some pages to associate with the podcast, and we're going to go ahead and find a way to reach out after that. Yeah, I guess that's where we're at here. So before we start the show, let's get some music. Where a big shake-up, we probably should have started the show with this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get, because we can't really talk about this game without getting into that. The New York Knicks yesterday, the day after they played each other, the Knicks and the Mavericks, they traded Kristaps Porzingis and a few other players. Shit, we might as well just open it up here. Alright, so it looks like the trade is going from the Knicks to the Mavericks. We have Kristaps Porzingis, obviously, Trey Burke, Courtney Lee, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Hardaway's had a nice season there. Trey Burke, Courtney Lee are just kind of pieces there. I think it was more of a salary deal. And going to the Knicks from the Dallas Mavericks, we have obviously Dennis Smith Jr., 2 first-round picks, and Wesley Matthews and DeAndre Jordan. Both of those guys are on expiring contracts and maybe buyout candidates for the Knicks right now. So really a splash move there for the Dallas Mavericks. You know, making a move to get a big 2. Luka Doncic, obviously, the best player on the team, and then hopefully if Porzingis can come back and be the player that he looked like he was going to be before the ACL injury. It's a big European top 2, and then obviously they'd be looking to add a third pretty soon. And honestly, they're not playing very well, so they have a pretty good shot at getting another decent draft pick this year. Crazy trade there, though. That obviously eliminates, you would imagine that eliminates the Knicks from the Anthony Davis trade talks. But what it does do is open up space this summer for 2 max cap free agents. So they're, it looks like they're going all in on either Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, maybe AD, something like that. Kawhi possibly. A lot of options there, and it looks like they're going all in on that. And along with, you get 2 first-round draft picks and your draft pick too. The Knicks are in full tank mode right now, and they're shooting for the number 1 pick. They're shooting for Zion. So I did have to preface the show with that, because the first game that we're going to talk about here is the Dallas Mavericks game. The Dallas Mavericks in Detroit, taking on the Pistons. Let's see, where are we? There we are. And their starting lineup, I'll just read off the Mavericks starting lineup in this game. Oh man, I don't even know some of these players. We have Jalen Brunson starting at point guard. I mean, they didn't even have Luka. Luka has a sore left ankle. He didn't play in this game. Majiri started at center. Dorian Finney-Smith started at small forward. Harrison Barnes also, small forward there. The front court players there. And Maximilian Kleber rounds out the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. Needless to say, they lose, but only by 4 points. Detroit wins the game 93-89. Harrison Barnes gives the Mavs 27 points in the loss in 39 minutes, plays pretty much the entire game. Dwayne Harris with 15 points off of the bench for Dallas. In the winning effort, we have 24 points and 10 rebounds, 6 assists out of Blake Griffin on 26 shots, though that's quite a bit. Andre Drummond on 13 shots, 24 points, 20 rebounds. Fantastic game for Drummond. Reggie Jackson, 17 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds in the victory there. Alrighty, what other games do we have? We have the Indiana Pacers in Orlando taking on the Orlando Magic. Orlando wins 107-100, and they are led by, 30 points off the bench, 5 for 8 for shooting for Terrence Ross. 20 points for DJ Augustine in the starting lineup. Vucevic adds 17 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists there in the victory. The Indiana Pacers, now losers of 4 straight games, have not won a game since the Oladipo injury, slipping pretty quick in the standings in the East. They get 27 points and 7 rebounds out of Miles Turner. Pretty damn good game there for him. Bojan Bogdanovic, or no, that's Bojan Bogdanovic. No, that's Bojan Bogdanovic. There we go. Bojan Bogdanovic, 21 points. Not a great shooting performance, though. Just 1 for 5 from downtown. 16 points for each. Thaddeus Young and Darren Collison in the L. All right, Bucks at Raptors. This was one of the games that everybody was looking forward to. Milwaukee goes on the road and wins 105-92. All 5 starters in double figures there, led by Giannis Antetokounmpo. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in just 28 minutes of play for him. Fantastic. They ended up getting a lot of minutes out of their bench. George Hill with 24 minutes, 22 minutes for DJ Williams, 16 points for him. He was actually their 3rd leading scorer. Chris Middleton with 18 points in the starting lineup on 7 for 9 shooting. Fantastic game for Milwaukee. Fantastic defense for Milwaukee in this game. That was overall a great performance. I mean, a really, really great performance there for Milwaukee. A 13-point road win over the number 2 team in the conference, and who earlier in the season was the number 1 team in the conference. In the loss, how about Pascal Siakam? 28 points in the loss. He leads the way on 12 for 19 shooting. Kawhi Leonard gives you 16 points and 8 rebounds on just 7 for 20 shooting. A really tough game there for Kawhi Leonard. Ibaka rounds you out with 12 points and 10 rebounds in the loss. All right, to San Antonio. The Spurs beat the Brooklyn Nets 117-114. Derek White scored a career-high 26 points to help rally the Spurs after being down in the 3rd quarter in the 4th quarter. Derek White, 26-point performance there. DeRozan back in the game here, 15 points, 10 rebounds for DeRozan. LaMarcus Aldridge, 20 points, 13 rebounds. And Patty Mills gives you 17 points off the bench in the victory. A damn good game. Brooklyn looks pretty damn good. They only lose by 3 on the road. They're a young team. It's really a pretty damn good performance here. They're led by D'Angelo Russell, 9 assists, 5 rebound performance on that one. They also get 18 points out of Jared Harris and DeMarre Carroll off of the bench. 18 points, 5 rebounds for him. Just overall not enough. They have a lot of fantastic little pieces here, but not enough to win in San Antonio, but definitely have a bright spot or a bright future for the Brooklyn Nets. And the 76ers in Oakland. This is going to be DeMarcus Cousins' Warriors' home debut. The 76ers beat the Warriors 113-104. Joel Embiid has 26 points, 20 rebounds, 5 assists. A really dominating game in 34 minutes. Ben Simmons also adds 26 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists on 10 for 13 shooting. Fantastic there. Jimmy Butler just 7 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, but they kind of came at crucial points. to help them get the victory there. On the other side, Steph Curry leads the way for the Warriors, 41 points, 6 dimes, 10 for 18 from downtown. He was shooting all day. Kevin Durant chips in 25 points, also in the loss, just 1 for 8 from downtown. Really a poor shooting performance for KD in the loss. You also get 14 points for Kevin Looney off the bench in this game. Bogey Cousins in his home debut, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 25 points. And the last game of last night, the most important one for sure, we have the Lakers and the Clippers, and LeBron did come back. And the Lakers win in overtime after blowing a 12-point fourth quarter lead. They end up winning in overtime. LeBron James, 24 points, 14 rebounds, and let's see, 9 assists. Fantastic game for LeBron. He played 40 minutes. You also get 20 points from Lance Stevenson off the bench. He made 5 3-pointers. Brandon Ingram with 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting. Good game there for him. Yeah, good win, much needed win. The Lakers are now within 1 game of the 8th seed, who is the Los Angeles Clippers. So they're 1 game out of the playoff hunt right now. In the loss, Lou Williams off the bench leads the Clippers with 24 points in 38 minutes. He actually played the second most minutes of anybody on the team, even though he comes off the bench there. 17 points for Pat Beverly, 15 points for Tobias Harris and Montrezl Harrell in the loss. All right, we're going to be talking about Friday action here. Let's go ahead and preview some shit. Game number 1 of the Friday evening, we have the Charlotte Hornets at home, 5 o'clock, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Charlotte actually beat Memphis a little more than a week ago. I think that might have been in Memphis. Don't quote me on that. I guess I just got quoted. But looks like Conley might be out day-to-day. Jared Jackson Jr. still day-to-day. Garrett Temple out. Omar Caspi out. Cody Zeller is going to be missing the game for the Charlotte Hornets. And Tony Parker is day-to-day in this one here. Still, Conley and Gasol are publicly on the trading block, and I don't know that there's really been any leeway or any headway going on with that. I haven't really heard anything about really any possible moves or anything like that. Marc Gasol is probably the better piece of the two there. Let's see who we got here. Yep, it looks like they're not really giving me an update on who's going to be able to play. Those guys are day-to-day. They may be able to play, may not. If Conley's not able to play, that's obviously going to be a big loss for the Grizz. Either way, Charlotte's going to be favored by 6 points in this one, as they are about 5 games better in the standings and at home. And we move on to 5:30 on ESPN. We have a classic East Coast matchup here. We got the Boston Celtics going to New York to take on the New York Knicks. The Knicks have the worst record in the NBA at 10-40. They just traded their best player, who wasn't playing, but they traded their best player, and they do get Dennis Smith Jr., Matthews, and DeAndre Jordan. I'm not sure what their plan is with them, but Dennis Smith Jr. is obviously a pretty good player. And honestly, I got to give kudos to the Dallas Mavericks by getting him to come back. He wasn't even, like 3 weeks ago, he wasn't even with the team. He had literally left the team and was not even playing basketball. They got him to come back. He had 3 or 4 pretty damn good games, and then they ended up trading him for Porzingis, which is, I think, an incredible trade for the Dallas Mavericks. All that being said, it doesn't really say if any of the pieces that got traded to the Knicks are going to play today. I don't know if Dennis Smith's going to play. It looks like he's day-to-day. It says, okay, Matthews and DeAndre Jordan, they're all day-to-day. They may play, may not. It's tough to tell here in this one. Frankie Smokes and Luke Cornett are out. Both of those guys are going to be missing the game. For Boston, Kyrie, I think they believe he's going to play. He has missed the last 2 games. He has, let's see, with a strained left hip, but it looks like they're hopeful that he is going to play tonight against the Knicks. Boston is going to be a 14-point favorite in this game, and they're probably going to blow them out. All right, on to Miami. We have the Miami Heat hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder coming in, winners of 6 straight games. Miami actually not playing terribly well. They've lost a couple of home games.